Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. We're going to talk about Saturday, the 18th of February, 2023. I do want to, of course, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. But as we proceed, as always, do keep in mind this is general for the day for all 12 signs. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Now, I did, of course, channel an overall message for this day, and that was standing out in the crowd. Standing out in the crowd. Beautiful. We're going to keep it simple and jump right into the Mystic Mondays deck. And then I think we're going to further clarify each one with the Small Everyday Tarot. Some shuffling. What do we have for Saturday? I'm already getting there's one, if not multiple situations, occurrences where you're standing out in the crowd, feeling like your individuality, your personality, potentially even your looks, the way you do something comes into play, potentially even your interpretation of something, and your mind may even play into you standing out in the crowd. Beautiful. And for some, your experience. But I do feel like you might still have a decision to make, but it could be the same one or the same decisions carrying through from Saturday or from Friday rather, or could be something similar. But we have the Emperor, the Two of Pentacles, and the Justice. Before I show you, I want to further clarify. But it's a day where you're producing, developing. It might feel like your spirituality is a little bit tricky throughout this day, for whatever reason. There's a sense of us each thinking about the horizon, the future, what there is to look forward to. Will this be enough? Will this be too much, right? There's a sense of each of us needing to sit back in our throne and manifest what we wish to see come to be. Because I feel like between Friday and Saturday, if not just this specific Saturday, there's evidence that we're each individually manifesting what we wish to see come to be when it's meant to come in, right? Divine timing. So with the Seven of Wands and even the Five of Pentacles coming out, there's thoughts of potentially fear rolling around in your subconscious, your mind, in regards to any lack moving forward. But I also feel like there might be a feeling of you not fitting in or being meant to be in a situation, right? Feeling, once again, Friday and Saturday's reading definitely intertwining in certain ways. Because in Friday's reading, we did talk about where you're meant to be, who you're meant to be wrapped up with, and in comparison to who and what you're not meant to be. But I do feel like there's a sense of a lot coming towards you. Could be comments, praise, compliments. It could be some negative commentary, criticism, if you will. I feel like this is also a sense of each of us in the midst of producing, developing, needing to protect our energy, our overall well-being, our high vibration. But it also could be a sense of spiritual downloads coming towards you. I know for me, this is representing doing readings and even throughout my day in general. And I know that downloads do come in quite rapidly and consistently. And this might be the same thing for you. But we're moving on to the Two of Pentacles. It's a day that reminds you, okay, that you're being watched for some. If you look at that, kind of looks like binoculars, a set of eyes, if you will. But for the majority, it's simply a reminder that the possibilities are endless for you at this time, right? And that ties into your ability to do something well, to create, develop, to accomplish with ease and confidence, but also to manifest all the meanwhile. The Empress and the Six of Pentacles. So I do feel like, to clarify this Two of Pentacles, this could be in regards to a new beginning that you embarked upon recently, could be in regards to what you're looking into or just accepted recently, or one that you're manifesting moving forward. But Spirit's saying, what do you actually want, right? What do you actually foresee as valuable for you or just enough, right? Will one thing outweigh another, or will one benefit outweigh the other, or a negative, they're saying consequence or side effect outweigh a positive Six of Pentacles sort of benefit? Does that make sense? There's certain thoughts and mulling over, awareness coming to be in regards to that. But it feels like there's a bit of a weighing out sort of, is this better for me? Or is this better for me? Is this going to benefit me more so? Or will, again, these negatives come into play and diminish the value in my eyes, in my vision when it comes to those benefits? I hope that wasn't too wordy, but I feel like there's also certain levels of gratitude flowing towards you, and at times stemming from you for the abundance, right? The growth, I feel like the progression for the opportunity or opportunities at hand. But I also do feel like there's a feeling that through whatever this ends up being for you, right? It's like spirit's watching you, waiting to see what you decide or what you are mulling over, what you come to a conclusion in regards to. And they're saying, again, like we said in Friday's reading, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Because at the end of the finish line, interesting, or just down the line in general, thinking about your path, whatever you decide, you're leading oneself to true levels of justice. I'm hearing there's a yes. There's a yes. Let's further clarify. Ooh, the King of Pentacles, beautiful. So I feel like there's justice in regards to your career, your pentacle, your money, right? The fruits of your labor, if you look at all those hanging grapes. There's a sense of somebody thinking about you in a high honored light, or just in a very curious, I like you sort of light. If you're drawn to the reading, that doesn't have to be romantic, or the potential of which, but somebody is thinking about you in that sense, all right? I'm hearing you deserve the best. You deserve the best. The King and Queen, I do feel like there's potentially a focus on a situation where one person's more masculine and the other is more in touch with their feminine side. But this also, I feel like for the majority drawn to the reading, is talking about in a very independent way, thinking about having the confidence or just stepping towards cutting something out. It could again be between weighing out those two options of importance for oneself. But Spirit's saying, when you cut out what isn't right for you, your true evidence that completion in that sense leads to justice, right? The scales balancing in your favor. 651, look up that angel number meaning, 651. But there's a feeling that, again, with the King of Pentacles, reminding me of the Emperor with that sort of throne imagery. Sit back in your throne. What other levels of justice have you yet to acquire or wish to see come to be, right? You may be getting evidence that justice lies ahead for you in regards to a mistreating or a disappointment, an ending potentially. But I feel like Spirit's saying, whatever situation you didn't see successful in the end or just didn't go the distance, even if you thought it might have or should have, it would have made you nervous, I feel the need to say. But I also feel like there is a reminder of a sense of lack of comfort in one, if not multiple situations that you are wrapped up with at this time due to nervousness, due to energy. I mean, keep in mind, even if the energy is perfect in a situation, your spirituality, if you're very spiritually connected like myself, that can make you nervous, right? And so there might also be thoughts of, yes, I can pinpoint and be aware of the fluctuation of the changing of the energy due to outside factors, right? Other people's energy, the noise that's out of my control, even spirituality once again, but how am I affecting the energy in a situation, okay? Or multiple once again. But underneath it all, there is a feeling that through all that you need to accomplish, all that you are mulling over, you have a lot of options, I feel the need to say, if you so choose to shift towards something more lucrative or more fitting for oneself. The wheel is turning for you, all right? There's evidence of the fact that you know what you're doing, and it's almost as if you're reminded as the wheel turns. At times there is a sense of a lack of control or just not fully having that control, but you're being reminded as that wheel turns for you. They're showing me two hands churning the wheel for oneself, all right? So there's a feeling that you're being reminded your success lies within your grasp. Beautiful. Let's pull one more. We also have the Nine of Wands. So you might be feeling a bit burnt out, but with the Princess of Swords, you're learning more about how to avoid this burnt out Nine of Wands and potentially defensive way of being moving forward. But also you could be reminded that something came to an end or will be moving forward to avoid this complete burnt out way of being, all right? We need you feeling high vibing, right? High vibration. We need you to be feeling alive and more colorful, okay? Anything that makes you nervous strips away the color of your way of being, lowers your vibration, or just makes you nervous. It's not for you. I don't care how beneficial it is. I don't care if it once didn't affect you in that manner. If it affects you like that at this time or did, not for you, period. All right. And so it's one of those things where it reminds you, if you're not willing to step up and do what's right for you for the better of your well-being, your future, your path in general, and cut that situation out, whether it's a person, a place, a different kind of situation, then there's going to be a tower moment. Spirit will intervene, all right? But there's also a feeling that you're keeping to oneself. It might be in regards to what you're mulling over. It might be in regards to what has been left behind. You might be reminded as to who or the type of energy not to trust or associate oneself with. But there's a feeling that there are certain levels of movement and action and, again, mulling over throughout this day that's leading you towards this justice and more of that wheel turning in your favor. It's a day where through it all, you're standing out in the crowd, all right? So if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Saturday, and I'll see you next time.